Okay, I think we can make a start now. We've got a good number of attendees, and welcome everybody today for today's webinar from the UKRI Natural Products BioHUB Green Economy Centre, and we're looking at unlocking algal expertise from collections and discovery to real-world applications. And so be with us for the next hour or so, and hopefully you can all see my screen, and I'll be giving a brief introduction to, well, who I am in a moment, and the presentations that will follow from both two members of the team, which is Swansea University, and SAMS, which is the Scottish Association for Marine Science. You see the names there. I'm going to go through in detail a little bit more about who our speakers are, what they'll be talking about. Also, a little bit of an introduction to the Natural Products BioHUB as well, so everybody's clear on who we are. But as I said, we'll start with a brief introduction. So that's myself, Professor Dan Eastwood. I'm the PI and co-lead of the UKRI Green Economy Centre of the Natural Products BioHUB, and I'm at Swansea University. So I'll give you a bit of an introduction of what we're talking about today, and also the Natural Products BioHUB. And then we'll be moving on to what's really interesting about algal biotech is our team here who are our expertise, and start off with Dr. Ala Silkina at Swansea University, who'll be looking at how algal biotechnology and R&D can work, and where you might want to think about collaborating with us. Steve Slocum is a lecturer here at Swansea University. We'll talk about some of the natural products we get from algae in the circular economy, of the research that he does here at Swansea University. And that will be followed by Dr. Maggie Ross, who's head of CCAP, and that's the culture collection of algae and protozoa at SAMS, and we'll talk about that resource and how you might want to engage with that as well. We'll move then on to Dr. Matthew Davey, again from SAMS, an algal physiologist, who will look at some of the work they've been doing on assessing metabolic variation within the collection and how that might be used in a natural product sense as well. And Dr. Osvin will finish off the talks with a case study showing how we've taken the analytical capacity you get through the CAP into actually delivering some biological insights. That's a very quick overview where we're going. Following that, we'll have a Q&A session. So we'll encourage everybody to, if you've got a question, to put that into the Q&A part of the Zoom link. The speakers will be able to see those as they go through, and they can answer them. But the idea is we'll have a whole overall question and answers at the end of the session, not after each talk. So we want to try and keep to time as much as possible. So part of those we can address general questions at the end, but also the speakers will be going through if you have any immediate questions about their presentations, and they can answer those in the chat as well, in the Q&A. Please don't use the chat, please use the Q&A function. An overview of what we're doing today. I'll be pausing and taking you through. We've also got great support from Hamza Shabazz Bati as well, who'll be coming to the rescue if anything goes wrong, but hopefully everything will move smoothly. So I want to give a quick introduction of what the Natural Products BioHUB is. We are a UKRI Green Economy Centre, and we're based at Swansea University, but in close collaboration with SAMS, but also CABI as well out in Berkshire. And I mean, what do you think about with natural products? I'm sure many people on this webinar will be familiar with some aspects of natural products. But we're living in a world with increasing demand and impacts of the of more or less sustainable production that we does, but also industries are all based around products which are natural, which effectively come from living organisms or extracted from living organisms. We're familiar with things like alcohol, ethanol production, acid production, and organic acids and things like that. But there's a whole broad range of applications from the food industry, pharmaceuticals, industrial enzymes and cosmetics, agriculture and bioremediation. And our focus within Natural Products BioHUB is primarily on eukaryotic microbes, but in reality we encompass all aspects of what are natural products and demand is huge and is growing. And some market research recently has shown that the potential market, the global market for some of these areas is vast. And we see in this graph here with the algal market predicted by 2031 to be around 56 billion by that point. And that's just one of the elements as well. And that's a vast industrial potential. And one of the main drivers of the Natural Products BioHUB is really to help secure the UK leadership in this area and really deliver that innovation and development of natural products. So we're here to help, effectively. And how we're doing that is the Green Economy Centre itself, we're referring to as a one-stop ecosystem. We want to accelerate commercialisation, innovation and development of natural products BioHUB, and we are really the focal point of delivering that. We appreciate that there is challenges for doing this, and we are recognise we flex and adapt, whether we're talking to people who are at the very early stages of innovation and development, to SMEs, to large companies, and all levels of TRL development. And so we have to adapt and flex to that, and depending on what support a company or a business needs or an innovator needs, we can channel it in the right direction. And that might be associated with R&D collaboration, using our multidisciplinary team, our know-how and our infrastructure to deliver some R&D and research together. We have elements of business support around investment commercialisation. Regulations were important when developing natural products, and logistical concerns as well with space and things like that. And also couching that in a wider stakeholder forum, reaching with our civic partners, our regional governments in particular, but looking at where the market opportunities, and linking up supply chains and enabling the users and people producing the enablers to actually deliver natural products. We're trying to deliver that one-stop shop depending on what the need is for the people who we collaborate with. The history of the Natural Products BioHUB, we originally started very much as a regional centre, creating a South Wales gateway for green biotech economies, and that was built around the shared prosperity funding with regional partners, and that has grown to encompassing Welsh Government and other investment streams and support for businesses. But as we've developed and grew and the UKRI got involved, we increased our partnerships, working with national, international partners now, and we're always looking to collaborate and increase our portfolio and our network. And during that process, that's where we were able to collaborate with both SAMS and CABI. They both do excellent research in their own rights. SAMS in particular, we think about looking with the CAP group, the algal resource, including diatoms and cyanobacteria, and CABI, who are world leaders in fungal research and the application and use of fungi, particularly in agriculture. So we formed a team, and that was funded as a Green Economy Centre, £5 million through the UKRI, and to develop more and more in this sphere in research. Some of that you'll be hearing about, particularly within the algal side of things. To give more of an idea of what we want to do and what to achieve, we wanted to develop a centre which is focused on impact and growth. You can see some of our KPIs here on the screen, and this things that you might expect: developing new products, developing new businesses, supporting existing businesses and leading that into community development, looking for more green investment to support business ideas and innovation, and ultimately creating jobs in this new and innovating marketplace. And our real goals are really to develop the natural BioHUBs, have national and international recognition, support businesses and growth, creating IP, doing community events so there's awareness of the importance of natural products and how they can impact lives, and then developing the next generation to take up the opportunities that are there. So we've got a lot to do, and hopefully through collaboration we will be able to deliver those. And here's some of the companies and research organisations we're already working with, and as I said, we'll be happy to get more people involved and work with more of you out there. So that was a quick whistle-stop tour from myself and the introduction to the Natural Products BioHUB. I think that's all you need to hear from me. There's contact details are here if you want to find out more. And now, well, I can stop sharing and get ready to hear the interesting talks for today.